This conference will now be recorded.
Posterity's sake, and maybe we can make it available for those folks that weren't able to join us. I'm not sure there's going to be any new revelations that emerge today, but again, as I told Penny just before we jumped online, I said it's always better to over communicate than not. So if you are in a spot where you could turn on your webcams, it's great. It's helpful. We can see one another. If you're not a big deal. Or if you're technology challenged, not a big deal. But if you are in a spot where you could turn on your webcams, that's great. That's the first thing I'd like to say. The second thing I'd like to say is thank you all for joining. This is to me a very unique event and a very unique thing. I believe that we're about to do here, and thank you all for joining. The next thing I'd like to do, and I know this may sound a little strange, but I'd actually like to take a moment of silence, if you don't mind. If you haven't made the connection today, today's September the 11th, and I'd just like to take a moment of silence to, just for in kind of in remembrance of the tragic event that happened years ago. So if we could just take a moment of silence, I would appreciate that. All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do that, and I hope your thoughts are with those people. Maybe we're not too close to that, but that event definitely touched all of us, at the time, at that point in time, and for the rest of our lives. So thank you for allowing me to do that. I appreciate that. So where I'd like to go now I'd like to just say thank you so much for your donation to the Weller Scholarship Fund. We sincerely appreciate it. If not for people like you, generous people like you, we wouldn't be able to do the things we've done or be where we are today. What I'd like to do now is maybe just go around the room a little bit, go around the room if we can, and just maybe introduce yourself. Maybe just say who you are and the business or the organization that you represent, and maybe we start off. Uh, Maybe we start off with you, Heather, since you're still in your work uniform, and if you could just introduce yourself and the business that you're with, because I kind of know everybody, but I'm not sure everybody else knows everybody. If we could take a shot at that, I'd appreciate it.
So my name's Heather Taylor, and my mother and my sister and I had started a clowning business. We had just started June 24th, and we've already had several gigs. Um, we do just that. We clown. Our business is Giggles, Wiggles, and Oops. You can find us on Facebook or on our website. Um, we do a lot of like vintage games that, kids don't really see much of anymore because, of course, technology has taken over, like Rich had said. Um, so we do face paintings and balloons and, the yard games and all this. That's us, and that's our story.
All right, thanks, Heather. And maybe I'll help coordinate here. Stacy, you wanna go next?
Sure. I'm Stacy McFarland. I have the Millhouse Flowers. We're right on Mill Street in MacArthur. We've been open since July 1st of 2020, and we do full floral gifts. We have several vendors in the shop, and so far so good.
Awesome, thank you. And sh I I think there's some connection here. Sheila, maybe you wanna go next?
Yes, I'm Sheila Howdy Show. I'm Stacy's mom, and I have the Rolling Pin Mobile Kitchen and Catering, and it's just what it says. We are a mobile food trailer. We set up different places. We set up here in MacArthur by the Mill House for lunch from time to time, and that's where we'll be the night of the chocolate walk, is right here beside the Mill House. And then we do catering for weddings, meetings, parties, all that kind of stuff. And we've been doing this for about 6 years now. So,
Awesome, awesome. Hey, Misty, I'll hand you the mic now. Oh, actually, maybe I should say thank you, Misty, for all your support for many events in the past. Now I'll hand you the mic.
I'm Misty Davis. I'm an independent Mary Kay consultant, and I do not reside in Benton County. I just work for the Benton County schools, and my son open enrolled to Benton County a few years ago. He's now a graduate, but I consider myself an implant, and I love all my kids there, and I try to do what I can for all the kids of Benton County.
Yeah, and again, you've been a very big contributor and supporter of our program in the past, and for that we thank you. Hey, Allison, thanks for joining. We're just kind of going around the room here a little bit. If you are able to turn your webcam on, that's great. If you're technically challenged, no big deal. But you want to give us a little intro here?
Well, I would turn my camera on, but I'm in the process of getting ready. We've got a football game.
No worries. No worries.
I am Allison Byers. I'm getting ready to open up a shop called Alleyway Trends right on Main Street of MacArthur. I have been doing shirts and sublimation and laser crafts for about 5 years as Brennan Creations in my house. I'm finally super excited to move out of my dining room into Main Street and just be part of the main town community.
Well, welcome, and thank you so much for joining this this crazy thing we've started here. Another one of Rich's crazy ideas. The last person I got on my list, and I actually have two Megans. So Megan, if you could introduce yourself, that'd be great.
Hey, it's Megan, and I'm the owner of Red Wolf Inn. I've been doing it for a little over a year now. So I board and kennel dogs, and I offer day sitting and all of that as well.
Awesome. So now I've got you. This is this is Megan. And is it Megan Coleman?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So I think I got everyone. Did I miss anyone? If I did, now's your chance to shout out. So maybe I'll go next with a little bit of introduction about myself. Yes, as mentioned before we went on the air and before we officially got started, in case you don't know me, my name is Rich Weller. I am originally from Hamden. I am a 1985 graduate of the Benton County High School. Believe it or not, my first business was in the 3rd grade. Yes, this is true. My first business was in the 3rd grade. I sold school supplies to all my peers, and it's gone on from there. The one claim to fame that maybe because it's been gone for a while, but I started a business called Magic Mowers. We were a household name at the time. We had nearly 300 yards in Benton and Jackson County that we took care of, and that's what allowed me to pay for my college education, was mowing yards for people in Southern Ohio. I do have an undergrad in business management, along with computer science, and acquired that from the good old University of Rio Grande before there was a Rio Grande MacArthur Center, which, by the way, a plug for them. They just started this semester with the business program. from our MacArthur Center, so that's good to know. I then went on and acquired my master's degree in my MBA, my master's degree in business administration. And for the last 20 years, also as mentioned, if you aren't aware, we located to the southern part of Michigan. And for the last 20 years, I've been a business consultant with the emphasis in project management. And I've gotten to travel all over the United States and even done some international travel based upon that. And so that's a little bit about my background. Like, Rich, why you do this stuff? Why does this fall into your areas? Because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I'm a business guy at heart, and I also am passionate about growing and assisting our youth from Benton County. And with that being said, my wife Penny and I started the Weller Scholarship Fund back in 2015. I know for some of you folks, you may just be now for this year, for this event, becoming aware of the Weller Scholarship Fund through this event this year, but we actually started this program back in 2015. Penny, I just now dawned on me, I skipped right over you, and for that I'm so sorry, dear. you without you, none of this is possible. So not to put you on the spot, but you want to give a few words of introduction? Sorry, dear. We're not able to hear you for some reason. Are you able to try again? Okay, so see, again, the technology is a wonderful thing when it works, and when it doesn't, it'll drive you crazy. But thank you for being there, dear, and I appreciate it. So Penny's been my assistant all along the way. I always seem to get stuck in front of the spotlight, but she's always been right there supporting me, and also my son and other family members get recruited in, and without them, this wouldn't work. And I just want to go on and say a few words also about the scholarship program. Some scholarships, they're awarded based upon grades, and some scholarships are awarded based upon athletic ability. But our scholarship program actually recognizes students who have that entrepreneurial spirit, right? That, just like you guys, that business minded, either from things they've done in the past or aspirations of the future. That's who we look for, and that's a unique niche that our program brings. We've helped 10 students to date, with college expenses, to those 10 students being from Benton County. So we've helped 10 students to date, and this is what's also like incredibly crazy. At this, we have also built a program that will assist, at least one student per year with college expenses. And right now we're at $1,500 per year towards college expenses from now until eternity. Like, wait, what? We did what? I swear to you, and with crazy events like this, and the people and the support from the community and people from the community, we've built a program that'll help one student per year. Right now, we're at $1,500 from now until eternity. Long after all of us are gone, this program will still be giving back. Now, we've held 8 different events. We always call them big events. What's the big event? We've held 8 different big events to date to generate awareness and sponsors. I'm not about to run you through all those, but they've been endurance type events and events where we've tried to get the community involved. If you were wanting to either see the students that we've helped or see these different 8 events from the past, if you were to go to wellerscholarship.org, all that information is listed there on our website. So with that being said, this year's big event, like, you already know what it is. It's the Benton County Chocolate Walk, and I can tell you it's been one of the craziest events that we've coordinated thus far. One that probably has the most generated the most buzz or the most hum there in Benton County. It has been scheduled for this coming Thursday from 5 to 7. And our goal, like this all started from an idea. Our goal was to get 100 different walkers, pre-registered for this event, and you guys are all smart enough to know, like, why you got to pre-register? Why do people have to pre-register? It's because of this chocolate that we have to acquire. We have to go get enough chocolate, so we needed a little pause time in between the time we got the people registered and the time of the event, so we could go get this chocolate and have it ready and distributed to all of our retailers. So our goal was to bring at least 100 people to you as a retailer, to your location during the chocolate walk. And I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but we actually surpassed 100. We have 154. We've got 154 different people pre-registered for this event. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually clicked in for you guys yet as a retailer, but one of the things I neglected to mention is somewhere in my past of different things that I've done, I was actually the store manager or a store manager for Fruth Pharmacy, the Fruth Pharmacy stores. And so I know what it's like to be kind of like a business owner, a retailer, and in my mind's eye, I know what it's going to be like for 154 people to be ingested in to visit you in a matter of a 2-hour period. So I hope you all are as excited about this as I am, and maybe a little bit nervous that you're going to get to see 154 different people in a two-hour period. To me, I don't know if anyone's ever done anything like this before in Benton County, but I think this is pretty cool that we've been able to connect this up and make this happen. Now, the sales of the tickets, they have now ended. We can't take on anymore because it'll be too disrupting to our chocolate counts and all of that. But we've got 154 different people signed up as walkers for this event. And on the other side, there are 28 of you guys, 28 of you as retailers. So imagine this. Do some quick little math. Maybe I should have got out the calculator to actually do the math. But we got 28 different retailers handing out chocolates and 154 people going to get chocolates. Do the math. If it was just one piece of chocolate per person, that's like over 3,000, nearly 4,000 pieces of chocolate, I believe, that's going to get passed out during this event. So there's 28 different businesses who will be participating in this event. And if you haven't picked up on it, we've labeled those businesses as retailers. And so we got gold retailers and we got silver retailers. And as part of this call, I think looks like for the most part, we've got we got a mixture on this call, like I was expecting. So let me speak to each retailer for just a moment. The gold retailers, those are we've got you guys categorized into those are the businesses that have your physical location. You've got your building, you've got your place that you normally, you run business from. That's our gold retailers. And then we got our silver retailers, which are, maybe it's a part-time hustle. Maybe we're doing stuff, outside out of the main part of town where we got to come in. And those silver retailers, those are the ones who will be setting up a table, like a table or a booth or a tent. So let me talk directly to the gold retailers first. Again, those of you that have a physical location that you normally work from. So we will be bringing you chocolates. We will be bringing the chocolates to you this Thursday, sometime before 12 o'clock noon. So we will have the chocolates, we'll bring them to you, we'll get them to you. One other thing to keep in mind is be sure to display your Chocolate Walk retailer sign in a prominent location outside your outside at your door or outside somewhere, so that the walkers, they can spot you as they're walking up. Now, this retailer sign, we did email it to you last Sunday, September 4th. If you can't find it, or if you don't get it up, we'll when we come around with the chocolates, we'll make sure we'll make sure you got one, and it's put up in a good location. Also, to my gold retailers, be strategic about where you set up your chocolate distribution station. Again, from my 10 years of working as a retail store manager for Fruth Pharmacy, this is where this is coming from. I'd highly recommend that you find a location in your establishment that gives the walkers the most exposure to your product or service. For example, if you got a shop, maybe you want to set up your chocolate distribution station near the back of your store, as opposed to right up near your front door, because now you're kind of encouraging or forcing people to meander your store and see the different products or services that you offer as they get to the to get to pick up their chocolate. Again, this will expose the walkers to more of your products, and perhaps increase your sales for the day. And also, feel free to pass out any coupons or flyers, or maybe you got some branded trinkets. Don't hesitate to pass, or even business cards. Don't hesitate to pass those out along with or at the same time with the chocolate. And if you haven't already done so, maybe consider having a chocolate walk special. Perhaps a product or service that you can promote on that day. That's a good idea. And then finally, and you may say, well, Rich, where did this idea come from? To be quite honest, Penny and I experienced the chocolate walk for ourselves nearly a year ago in the western part of Michigan. And here's a good tip for you. We highly recommend that you have at least 2 people working during this event. And I know maybe many of you, hey, we're just a small shop here, and we normally only have one person working at a time. But we highly recommend you have 2 people working at this point in time, or 2 someone there helping you out, because that'll allow you to have one person actually distributing the chocolates. Remember, 154 people will be entering your location within a 2-hour period, and they're all going to be coming there for sure to pick up their chocolate. So if you can imagine, you have one person distributing the chocolates for that 2-hour period. That's pretty much all they're going to be doing. And then if you got a second person who actually maintains the normal operations of your store, that you're liable to have. Again, you're liable to have additional sales at that point in time. No doubt you will have people asking additional questions. And also, it's an opportunity for you to build that, provide good customer service and build that relationship with people. And again, 154 people, chances are pretty high that you're going to have a big percentage of those people that have never entered your location before. So it's a great opportunity to make that great first impression. So again, I will suggest have 2 people working during this event, one to handle the chocolates, one to handle your normal day-to-day operations and provide that good customer service. So that's my gold retailers. Now to my silver retailers, those folks that we've got you. The game plan is to have you set up a table, table, booth, whatever that you normally do for events like this. So for you, we're going to need you to pick up your chocolates from us. So again, this is for my silver retailers, those that'll be setting up a table. We need you to pick up your chocolates from us. We will have your chocolates, and if you could pick that up from us between like 4 and 4:30 on Thursday the 15th, we'll be set up near the McClure's restaurant. And don't forget, don't forget to get your checklist ready. Bring, get your checklist ready for the event. Bring your table, bring your, skirt for your table. You guys are experts in this. Don't bring whatever you want to sell. Uh, you know, um, bring whatever product that you can sell on the spot to set up on your table. Also, bring feel free to pass out any of those promotional items like flyers or coupons or business cards or branded trinkets. Be sure to bring those with you. Again, 154 people are are signed up to come visit you at your table during this two hour event. Now, we will also we've put you with respect to my silver retailers, we also emailed you a map, where I emailed you a map last week, last Sunday, the 4th, showing you roughly where your table would be set up. That map looks a whole lot like this right here that I'm showing, so we did email that to you. I can send you another one again if you didn't get it, but in addition to that map showing where the targeted locations are, I will also be going around and the morning of and installing a sign, which makes it very clear. Hey, we got you targeted to set up right here, so that in the physical world there'll be one of these signs that somewhat aligns to my silver retailers. Again, those of you setting up a table to where you are on the map. Also, to my silver retailers, I encourage you to maybe have some kind of chocolate walk special where you provide some kind of discount to the product or service. And for you guys as well, I highly encourage you to have 2 people manning your table, because if you can imagine 100 what you don't want to have is try not to have a line of people that are there to just pick up chocolate, because it's going to limit your ability to market, sell, promote your product or service to your people. So I'd highly recommend having 2 people man your table, so that you can, hey, person A is giving out these chocolates as fast as you can, and then maybe you are able to, speak with the people that are waiting in line. You can answer questions. You could sell your product or service that you have at your table. So again, that's highly recommended. The the hang on a second, I got some notes here. Okay, now over to our walkers. Remember, each walker is going to receive a goodie bag, and that goodie bag looks a whole lot like this guy right here. And so each walker will have one of these. We'll be checking those walkers in at our check-in station, and our walkers will receive a bag just like this, as well as this map. Showing the map on the front, as well as the locations on the back where everyone's set up at. And the walkers can kind of use this as a checklist to say, like, okay, I visited that spot, that business. So this will be handed out, to the walkers. They will get a nice little package like this as they sign up or sign in at our registration station. There's no specific route. I was asked that a couple of times over the course of pre-registration. There's no specific route. Like, people can go in any direction that they want to. The walkers can go in any direction that they want to. And as a matter of fact, we're going to encourage, when people are signing up, we're going to say, hey, you might want to, we're going to encourage you to go in different directions, so that people aren't just all going to one area at once. And by us encouraging people to go in different directions as they sign up, this will help with that situation of creating a backlog where there's too many people lined up at one station to get their chocolate. So we'll encourage people to go in different directions to help with that backlog situation. There's one other comment. Again, there's 20 at this point. There's 28 different retailers kind of spread across the 2-mile span. So the point of this is that you should expect walkers to 28 retailers, 2 miles in 2 hours. So the point of this is you should expect people to show up right up till 7 o'clock, right? Is that that many people, that many retailers? It's going to take people a while to get around to all of those stops. So you should expect people to be arriving even right up to 7 o'clock. With respect to the chocolates, all of them will be pre-packaged. So not that they're not going to be good, but they will be pre-packaged. This is another one of those lessons learned that as Penny and I came away from the chocolate walk we attended, some of them were very messy and they weren't pre-packaged, and so our chocolates will all be pre-packaged. Again, we'll be bringing them to you. This pre-packaged, by pre-packaging them, they're still going to be good, but that helps us eliminate any mess. It'll help reduce your cleanup time, and also, from my perspective, kind of reduces that concern around any health concerns. So do note that. And we will again, I mentioned a number of times, we'll be purchasing the chocolates for you, and we're only going to be acquiring or purchasing enough chocolates for the people who have already pre-registered. In other words, we're only going to be purchasing enough chocolates for you to give to people with the goodie bag. So if you get your chocolates and you start distributing to people that don't have a goodie bag, you're going to run out. You're probably going to run out, and it wouldn't be good for any of us for that to happen. So again, be sure to only distribute chocolates to people that have to have a goodie bag. That's how, that we're getting just enough. And then also keep in mind, when it comes to the chocolates, there's 28 different locations. So each location is not going to give out like, oh, here's a big old handful. It's going to be, imagine, even if one location, even if each location gave out one chocolate kiss, 28 chocolate kisses would basically fill this bag a quarter of the way up. I'm telling you, by the time they, if the walkers, hit every spot and picked up the chocolate that they got from each retailer, it would overflow. It would overflow this bag. So that's the moral of this story: is your walkers are going to get enough chocolate that will overflow their goodie bag. It's a ton of chocolate. Just a couple bullet points left here. Guys, it's not going to rain during the event. Penny said that yesterday. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain during our time period. However, if it does rain, the event will continue, and walkers have already been encouraged to bring an umbrella. Again, it's not going to rain, but if it does, we have made arrangements to take our silver retailers, in other words, those with the table, and set you up in a dry location. Now, I don't want to talk about any details about that right now because it's not going to rain, but I will at the last minute email you and or message you through Facebook if we have to make a shift at the last minute. So I don't even want to talk any more about that because it's not going to rain. We encourage you to take pictures during the event. Take pictures during the event. Make it a fun time. Post them up on Facebook, and if you do, be sure to tag them with. And I'm not sure how savvy you guys are with Facebook, but be sure to tag them with like #, Benton County Chocolate. So I'll chat this to you so you can see this. If you could use this. If you could tag take as many pictures as you like or can, and we encourage you to take pictures during the event to hype it up, to give you publicity, to publicize the event. And if you tag it with that # Vinton County Chocolate Walk, all of our pictures will come together like in an album within Facebook. So again, that's just a nice to have, not a must have. And the other thing to let you know, we have actually compiled a list of frequently asked questions for the walkers. Those frequently asked questions can be found on the same site where the walkers purchased their tickets. So if you've got people that are by chance coming to you asking questions, you could just tell them there's an FAQ over on the site where they bought their tickets. Should anyone ask about the Weller Scholarship Program, you don't need to be an expert in our program. Just remember, we've helped 10 students to date, and send them over to our website, wellerscholarship.org. And then should you have any questions, either between the time we drop today and also during the event, guys, don't email me. That email account, like that's the worst place to get a hold of me. And don't text me, but use that messaging feature like we've been communicating through Facebook. That seems very efficient for me. So if you have any questions after today or even during the event, like if you message me through Facebook, and you could ask Penny, that's the best way to get a hold of me. It pops up on the front of my phone, and I get alerted straight away. So all right, that's it. I think I've made it to the bottom of my list. What kind of questions? I know I've rattled on for like half an hour here. So what kind of questions do you all have for me?
I've had a couple of people ask if this is something you're going to do yearly. I know you do different events typically, but I have had a few people ask, is this something that's going to continue?
Well, I'll give you my opinion, then Stacy, I'll answer the question as best I can. I think this event should continue. I think this is a great event, but for everyone included. The businesses, great, cool event for the community. It's a great event for the walkers, for the people participating. I think it should continue, and I think the next time around, next year, now that there's awareness and we will learn a few things like, oh, we could have done this better, we could have done that better, and the next time around it could even be bigger and better. So that's where I'll go first. Now, to answer your question directly, will we do this? Will the Waller Scholarship do this again next year? Probably not. It wouldn't be my style to duplicate something and do it over again. But we would definitely, if there is an organization that would like to pick this event up and drive it, then we could be we could be called in as consultants. But I think we'll probably do something else just to be the way we are, unique and different. And so thanks for asking that one. Other questions?
Rich,
Yeah.
I didn't receive the email with the map. If you don't mind resending that over to me.
Yep, I sure will. I sure will. And as a matter of fact, I'll send it to everyone because there was. I'll just say I'll resend it to everyone. I'll take an action item to that.
And as far as rain, it's not going to rain. We had our church was in a parade today, and it was misting rain this morning. But when the parade went to start, it had stopped raining, so it's not going to rain.
Not going to rain. You gotta put it out there. It's not going to rain. Other questions for me? Things maybe we hadn't thought about. I know I rattled on for a half an hour because I've put a lot of brain power into this thing trying to make it be successful. I know I rattled on for about a half an hour, probably maybe answered some of the questions you came in with, but are there any questions that I didn't cover? Anything you've got? Now's your time.
So I was wondering, was there a lot of kids that had received tickets?
That's a great question. So, to be quite honest, I don't know. I don't have any way of knowing that. I can tell you that I can tell you that many again we sold we pre-registered 154 people. Now that's
And
not
then,
not individuals. Like one person, you know, I saw, you know, like one person may have bought 2 tickets, another person may have bought 3. I saw a couple of them that bought 5 tickets. So I'm hoping, you know, so you're touching on something that I've been wrestling with, or we've been wrestling with, is getting to the students, yeah. So
another question I have in regards to like kids, I know that we're only supposed to hand out like the chocolate that you provide to the back people that are pre-registered. Is it okay for me to bring like my own like little goodie thing so
you
that
as
way, you know what I
as
mean?
absolutely, you could, again, as mentioned, you can give out whatever you like from your perspective. We encourage you to hand out whatever, you know, to make it more personalized from you and your organization.
Thank you.
Now, some kids have purchased tickets because at the blood drive at the high school, when I was in there, I had asked if any of those kids had purchased tickets. And there was a handful that said, "Oh yes, we've got our tickets." And then there was a few that said, "Well, what is that?" So I was explaining to them
Awesome.
what it was, and I forwarded them the link. So
Yeah, thanks,
there's some
Misty.
kids that
Yeah,
I know that has.
thanks, Misty. Yeah, that's been one of my challenges. Our challenges is you know, and it's part of it is just the challenge of living in Michigan, supporting an event in Southern Ohio. There's some challenges that come along with that, and I've fought, you know, all these years to try to get better inroads into the students that we're trying to help. So that's good to hear, Misty, and thank you for that. Other questions, comments? All right, I must have bottomed you out. I do have a couple questions for you, although before I let you go, my first question is this: am I correct that there is no longer a Benton County Chamber of Commerce? You guys, are you all anyone aware of that?
They're in the process of revamping that. Actually, there's maybe my mom can weigh in. I don't know what they're calling it, like a rally this Tuesday out at the winery to kind of try to get some energy surrounding the chamber. There have been a few meetings held. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
okay,
that
that's
event is at 5 this coming Tuesday at Le Petit Chevalier Winery. There'll be a meeting, a lot of information available about that, and some refreshments.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Though I'm a little, you know, to be quite honest, given all that I've done to for the community and the fact that it's all been entrepreneurial related, I'm surprised that I just hearing that now for the first time. That kind of hurts my heart, but that's okay because I don't live in Benton County anymore. That's fine. The one thing to make you all aware of, though, and you can, Stacy, maybe who, if there's anyone here that's going to attend that event, you can, well, no, never mind. I was just going to say there is a Facebook group out there that's for Benton County entrepreneurs, and maybe I'll you know, share that information in the email when I push out the map, just so you all are aware. And maybe there's a way to that group to overtake or share or join or something, because that group's been out there for a while. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. And I'm the last thing also, if you could carry the message along, somebody could carry the message along that I would be interested in helping out however I can, to support that rejuvenation of the Benton County Chamber of Commerce, because I think if we join together, we could do some really cool things. This chocolate walk, right? Think about this chocolate walk, and maybe it's the Benton County Chamber of Commerce that picks up this chocolate walk. And what you see, I'm passionate about this now. I start preaching now, right? And the Benton County Chamber of Commerce picks up this chocolate walk next year, and they drive it. And from down there, it's not so much promoting it internal to Benton County, but you promote it to Wellston, you promote it to Athens, you promote it to Logan, you promote it to Chillicothe, and you bring, instead of us take the business going out, you bring people in. You bring people into Benton County, and that's, they get to see what we have to offer, and and you all benefit. So now I'm starting to sweat because that's passionate about that. But I'll stop now, guys. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday the 15th, and I'll ask one more time. Any other questions or comments before I let you go?
Just
Thanks,
thanks for what you
everyone.
do
I
for our community,
think this
Rich.
is a great thing. I'm very excited. I know they do something like this in Jackson. It's a big event, and I'm excited and appreciate you bringing something like this to Benton County.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks,
It's gonna be
guys.
great.
And you know where it all goes. Like, I see this as a win-win-win, right? You guys as businesses win, the walkers win, but it's really we're the students that really win from this. And thank you all so much for taking a leap of faith here with me. You know, months ago when you first heard of this, like, I don't know what he's doing there. But now that it's materialized, and it's like, okay, this actually has some value to it. So thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
See you Thursday. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.